So the Hillary campaign has dragged out the Black Caucus to go after Sanders with the superdelegates thing to make him look like a racist. Will it work? There's a lot of people that still live in a reality where the media can define things for them like this. I think that there's not enough. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Which is why I think he shouldn't back down. He should fight back. This is the kind of thing that we're going to see, right? There's all this talk in the media, about how Sanders will be more effective in the Senate, or he's overplaying his hand. What the Democratic Party is going to do is they're going to tar him as a racist. They're going to primary him. They're going to do everything they can to tear him down, get rid of him. He took on the Clintons, and he lost, and he's probably going to be unemployed within a short amount of time. That's what happens when you take on the Clintons and you lose. You don't you don't take on the Clintons and lose and then end up with influence. You take on the Clintons and lose and get destroyed, right? So yeah, they're gonna tar him as a racist. That's what they do, which is exactly why he should not back down. He should fight back. And he should let them make the argument themselves, right? I want to avoid language about nooses for obvious reasons, and I don't say that to be provocative. That would be the language that I would normally use. I'm actually conceding that I shouldn't use that language. But if the Black Caucus wants to uphold a democratic process for their own benefit, let them do that. Let them state what they're saying and let people react negatively to it. I think the focus should be making them articulate it, make them come out and make their argument. It's not going to be a popular argument, and it's not going to be well received. And then the rest of the caucus is going to have to make a choice between whether they want to buckle to minority rights, in quotes, because this is not any real concept of minority rights. It's really just an excuse to go after, do superdelegates give minorities, no, right? The premise is ridiculous. You don't really have to have this argument. It's not a real debate, right? So we're not really having a debate about minority rights. They're just making it up to, not even to make their argument stronger, because it's so transparent. It's really something that they made up out of nothing in order to tar Sanders as a racist. And that's not the first time that's happened during this cycle either, right? He should not fold. He should not be quiet. He should fight back against that, because that's, like I say, this is right out of Orwell, and this is what the Clintons bring us. They bring us a reality that you can't understand without reading Orwell. On top of that, on top of the horrific nature of going after him for that, especially considering his history, what is the Black Caucus? Well, the reality is the Black Caucus is pretty much the most conservative wing of the whole party. Now, maybe that wasn't true 30 years ago, but it is now. Okay? They're not allies of anybody but the establishment and the status quo. They don't speak for black people. They don't even speak for black investors. Not only should he not shy away from articulating this, but he should accentuate his articulation of it, with the end goal of Black Caucus replacement, meaning maybe the Black Caucus should represent black people. Maybe they should go, maybe with a little bit of campaigning and a little bit of needling, a little bit of push, we can get back to the Black Caucus being one of the more liberal wings of the party, as it was previously, but is not today. What has the Black Caucus done for blacks recently? The truth is not a whole lot. All the Black Caucus has really done is stand up for the 1%, corporate interests, massive corruption. Get that out there. Get black voters in these precincts. Get them some clarity, okay, of just what it is that they're supporting. Just how deep the corruption is. And get rid of them. As one of the primary things that you should be focusing on is getting rid of all of these corrupt minorities in Parliament that go out there and say that they represent minority voices when all they represent are corporate interests. And you want to talk racism? That's actually right in Mein Kampf. This idea that the best way to control minority voices is to take a representative, pretend that it's representative of them. But, they don't speak for anyone but, the board, right? The corporate backers. They're the same as, it's the same as all the other people, right? Same as all the other House members. So if they want to do this, what they're doing is disgusting. And if they want to do it for the purposes of media optics, he should take them on. First reason is he doesn't have a choice. They're not going to stop. He took on the Clintons. The Clintons don't stop. Right? In the end, he may literally end up with broken knees. Don't be surprised if there are physical consequences, okay? This is the Clintons. They show no mercy. They destroy their enemies. And second, it's a noble goal anyways, because he has to do that, right? If he wants to have this revolution, if he wants to have this change, if he wants to have this turnover, the Black Caucus should be one of the first things that he goes after. Not something that the party uses to push him into submission with, under threats of racism. And that splits the party. If somehow, if the identity politics programming is so powerful, I don't think it is, okay? But if it is that powerful, then, we're going to have that talk, right? Because I'm sick of right-wing Democrats. And so long as we have this block of conservative black voters, we're not going to get a liberal nominee. That's a hard talk that, northern liberals are going to have. They might have to split with the South in order to get a serious liberal nominee. That tent might have to break up. It appears that the big tent is a dead end, okay? What do you think are the chances that the Democrats are going to win in South Carolina anytime soon? Okay, and it's not because of all of the racist whites. It's just because it's really conservative. And they support really conservative policies. And if this coalition is, if this coalition is going between, northern white liberals and southern black conservatives, because that's what the coalition is. Let's be real, okay? The coalition in the Democratic Party is between northern white liberals and southern black conservatives, and minorities of all other types that tend to lean right. It seems like that coalition is kind of one-sided right now. We're not getting any liberals out of it. we're just getting conservatives over and over again. Both the Clintons, Obama, Gore, Carter. It's all a bunch of conservatives. When you compare Carter to what came after him, Carter looks like a liberal. So this isn't working for Northern liberals. Now that doesn't mean we gotta go to the nuclear option right away, right? And it doesn't mean that pushing back is going to create a nuclear option right away. I actually think that he can probably get some turnover. He can replace some of these guys with liberal MPs. Or representatives, MPs, a member of parliament, as we say in Canada. And that's what I'm thinking of as House members, right? If he puts the resources down, he can get some more liberal black MPs down there. Or at least be serious enough of a threat for that turnover to happen, for people to go, maybe we should, back off a little. But I need to be clear about this, okay? That's not a minor part of what he should be doing. That should be the dominant focus. Is he should be going after these conservative black Democrats and trying to replace them with liberal black Democrats. And if he can do that, that could be the most important thing he does in transforming the Democratic Party into a more liberal institution. There's an article here about how the Black Caucus is basically just a front for corporate interests. It's true across, right? Black Caucus, the White Caucus, there's no White Caucus, Hispanic Caucus, the entire Democratic Party, right? But we think of the Black Caucus and the Hispanic Caucus as being different. They're not. Okay, they're just as corrupt as the other one, as the rest of the party. It's just particularly egregious when it's the Black Caucus because we want it to be more representative of a constituency that should be better represented. So this is not only should Bernie not fold to this, he should fight back hard, and it should be a big focus of what he's doing. But we have to understand, okay, Bernie Sanders took on the Clintons. He's not going to get off easy. He's not going to get a major role. He's probably going to be very badly destroyed, and very quickly.